Vikram and I had heard countless tales of terror, but there was one story that chilled us to the bone. A story about an ancient fortress said to be the most haunted place in India. It was believed that once the sun set, entering the fortress was not just forbidden by law, but a daredevil act that could cost your life. This fortress was once the residence of Princess Ratnavati, whose unparalleled beauty had become legendary throughout the land. But her beauty was also the cause of her doom. A sinister sorcerer named Sinhai lived near the fortress, utterly captivated by the princess's charm. Desperate to possess her, he turned to dark magic. One day, as the princess visited the market with her friends to buy perfumes, Sinhai seized the opportunity. He cast a powerful spell on a vial of perfume, intending to enslave the princess's will. However, the townspeople discovered his plot and warned the princess. Enraged, she hurled the cursed vial outside the fortress. It shattered against a rock, which, under the influence of dark magic, hurtled towards Sinhai, crushing him to death. With his dying breath, Sinhai cursed the fortress, vowing that anyone who dwelled within its walls would meet a tragic end and that their spirits would forever haunt the place. A few days later, an invading army stormed the fortress. The battle was brutal, with many lives lost, including women and children. Princess Ratnavati herself was ruthlessly murdered in her chamber. It is said that even today, the spirits of those who perished there still wander the fortress. Anyone who enters after sunset is never seen again. Determined to uncover the truth, Vikram and I decided to explore the fortress ourselves. At around 8 p.m., we bribed the guard and slipped inside. As soon as we entered, we felt an eerie stillness in the air, as if the very atmosphere was suffocating us. We wandered around the fortress for a while, but everything seemed normal. No ghostly encounters, no paranormal activity. I needed to make a call, but due to network issues, I had to move to another part of the fortress. As soon as I made the call, I was startled by a blood-curdling scream. My heart raced as I sprinted back to Vikram, but he was nowhere to be found. I called out for him, "Vikram, Vikram," but there was no answer. Suddenly, I heard a loud crash from the upper floor. Trembling, I moved toward the sound. As I did, the faint jingle of anklets echoed through the corridors, sending shivers down my spine. My fear was now palpable. I shouted again, "Vikram, Vikram," and frantically searched every room. Finally, I saw Vikram standing in a corner of one room. Relieved, I rushed to him and said, "Where were you, man? We need to get out of here now. This place is cursed." But Vikram remained silent, his eyes vacant and cold. When I tried to grab his hand, I heard Vikram's voice from behind me. "Hey, I'm over here." I spun around, shocked, and saw Vikram entering through the door. The hand I had grabbed was not his. My blood ran cold. The figure I had mistaken for Vikram had a twisted grin and eyes that gleamed with malevolence. I collapsed in terror, but Vikram quickly pulled me to my feet, and we bolted from the fortress without looking back. Once we were safely home, I recounted the horrifying experience to Vikram. He, too, admitted to seeing a ghostly woman in red who had tried to lure him into the darkness. After that night, we vowed never to take ghost stories lightly again. We wouldn't recommend anyone visit that cursed fortress, but if you dare, just don't expect to return.